Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my wrap up for June. I only managed to get to 6 books, which is kind of sad, but I did have a lot going on and they were pretty large books, at least the majority of them were. So I read a total of 3,210 pages. Let's just get straight into the books. So the first book, I'm sure you already know my thoughts on it because it's now my most popular video, but that is Again But Better by Christine Riccio. So I've thought about this a lot and I think I'm going to give it a 1.5 stars. If you want to know more of my thoughts, I do have a full half-hour review which has just hit 1.5 thousand views, so which is really cool, so thank you for that. But basically I had a lot of issues with this book, especially with the characters, the plot, the emotional cheating. I pretty much hated almost all of it. Just the ending was, well, not the ending, but a bit of it was alright, so that's why it's the 1.5 stars, not the 1 star. But obviously this book you might get kind of mad at me because of the author, but listen, I love Christine, I love her channel, but I don't love her book. So this book basically follows a girl named Shane who goes on an exchange program to England to try to redo college life because she's kind of been doing college wrong, and it is very disappointing and I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're probably going to read it no matter what I say, so yeah. Next book I read was A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwartz. Sometimes when I read, I'm just so tired that I just can't read. So I read the first half of this book with full attention, and then as I got to the end I was just so sleep deprived that I don't really remember much of it. So I do just automatically give a book a 3.5 stars if this happens, but I definitely want to try to reread it in the future because it's just such an interesting thing, and I'm so mad that I just couldn't concentrate on it because it was the end of the semester, so I had a lot of schoolwork to do and I was staying up really late trying to get everything done, which wasn't really great. So yeah, I gave it a 3.5 stars. This book follows a magician, I think, named Cal, and there are 4 Londons, all with varying degrees of magic, and I can't really tell you what it's about because I barely know what happens even though I read it. The next book that I read was Ghost of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare and several other authors. I love this book so much. I have one single annotation, and that is, remember when you asked me if I was a jazz babe and I said to call me the jazz babe, which just, I love that so much. Every time I read a Cassandra Clare book, I'm just reminded of how much I love this world and her writing, and oh my god, especially the last couple of stories just destroyed me, but they were all 5 stars for me and I loved all of them. And this is definitely my favourite of the anthologies, but I do have to reread Tales from Shadowhunter Academy, so we'll see how that turns out. But just this book was so amazing. I don't want to say what it's about because it's very spoilery, just the premises, because then you kind of can figure out stuff from other books, which isn't good. But this book was just amazing, and now I am physically dying because I need the Wicked Powers, but that isn't out for years. I'm sure The Last House is going to be great, but I really want the Wicked Powers. This book is just so good and I just really recommend it. I like it a lot more than Red Scrolls and Magic, because while Red Scrolls and Magic was 5 stars, it was a lower 5 stars. But this book is so good. The illustrations at the start of every story are just gorgeous, and it's just such an amazing book. And now I'm rereading Lady Midnight because I have to, and I'm just it's just so good and I really recommend it. The next book I read was We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal. I think that's how you say it, but I'm not sure. I was so excited for this book, but I had the same thing where I just couldn't concentrate because I was so tired. So I don't know what happened in this entire 400-page book, but I'm going to be rereading it because soon, because I just really want to love it, because the author is just such a sweetheart online and I just really want to read it and adore it, so we will be rereading it again. Yeah, I had a lot going on this month. I probably cried every single night because of how stressed I was. It wasn't great, and I really do want to reread this so I can finally just enjoy it, and I'm going to be doing that soon. Hopefully before the sequel comes out in May next year. So if you don't know, this book follows a girl who basically dresses up as a man to hunt and feed her entire village, and the son of the Sultan who is sent to kill her. It has an enemies to lovers romance, and I don't know. I really am really sad because I don't remember anything, but I'm gonna reread it, don't worry. So next I reread A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas, and I still love it. It is so good. A Court of Mist and Fury is definitely my favourite, obviously, but this one is just so good and I love it, and just I love Nesta so much. Nesta is my favourite character and I just want her to be happy, but that's probably not going to happen until the later books. But yeah, so that was the next book I read. I gave this one 5 stars. Oh yeah, I gave Ghost of the Shadow Market 5 stars and We Hunt the Flame 3.5, but hopefully that will change. And finally, I read Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Oh my god, I love this so much. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like the Illuminae Files, but like, it is so good. This book is upside down, I'm sorry. So this basically follows Hannah and Nick, who are like polar opposites, but like their ship is attacked and they kind of work together to try to survive, I guess. And it's kind of funny because like Hannah is like the daughter of the leader of the ship, and then Nick is a drug dealer, which was just like hilarious. But like, I love them so much. I really love the humor. Like, it was hilarious, and I'm just so excited to finally read Obsidio. I don't have Memento and probably never will, so that's that. But you know what, I'll just read Obsidio. And now I'm like really pumped for Aurora Rising because I just love them as a duo so much, and I really just want to read all their books now. So those are all the books I read in June. It could have been better, but it also could have been worse, so we're just going to take what we got. Yeah, so hopefully next month I read a lot more because I've got like 2 readathons going on. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. I hope you have a great rest of your day.